Okay, so puts or selling puts, they say writing puts, is like going long. It's like buying calls, but you're selling. It's a long position. You want the market to go up. So, want to try Amazon?
Sure.
Or another stock?
Amazon.
We already figured out Amazon pays 50 points a month per share to write the cover call. And let's look at the puts, the naked puts. What naked puts is saying is that you don't have to put up all the money to buy the shares. They're just gonna charge you 30% of the position. So if you do it on Amazon, it's $1,500 for one, and for 100 it's 15,000.
No, 150,000.
150,000. So they're going to charge you $50,000 to write one naked put. Instead of I'm sorry, they're going to charge you $50,000 to write one naked put instead of $150,000, which would be buying 100 shares. We'll only pay $50,000, which is an advantage because we're going to get the money we'll get, like on a cover call, we have to buy the shares. We'll get X dollars, let's say 50 points. But on the naked put, you only have to put up 50,000, and you can still get 50 points for selling the naked put. That's why it's highly advantageous, but also it's risky because if the put comes down, if the stock comes down to strike price you wrote it, you're going to have to buy those shares at that price, and then you're going to need to come up with the money, the full money. So it might put you in a position where when you get to a margin call, and the market goes down fast, they're going to assign you those shares, and it might go down fast. You may not have the money to pay all those shares, in which case you'll have to sell, and it'll be at a loss because it's coming down. So don't do too many naked puts, just enough so that you can afford. Even though I'm going to charge you a third of the cost, have the money to buy it. Okay, so Amazon for next month.
But you could do a covered put, right?
And that just means you have the cash there. You have the cash there to do it. So you can do a covered put, but they're not gonna. If you have naked puts, you have naked puts, right? Or you have covered puts.
Well, if it was on Amazon, it would be a covered put.
Okay. Well, in that case, they're gonna put aside $15,000 in for $150,000 for 100 shares in that case. So in that case, you're putting the full money. But if you do a naked put position, if you're qualified for that, you can actually be qualified for that, then you only need $50,000.
So one.
And then you can use a lot of money to make a lot. You can use a lot of money. You can use little money to make a lot of money. All right. So let's look at April. Amazon. $14.95. And I'm in April. So now, what strike do you want to sell? You want to write your puts.
Yeah, so let's say like $30 down.
That's good. So so breathing room.
Yeah.
30 down. So how about 1460?
Okay, 1460.
35. 1460 is paying 41 by 45. Let's say $42. 42 premium, which is 4,200. Right?
Yeah.
Because it's 100 shares. 42 times 100 is 4,200. Okay? So we divide that by the cost, which is Amazon, $14.95. So we're getting 4,200 by the total cost divided by 2.8%. 2.8% return. Now the nice thing is you have a buffer because nothing's going to happen if the stock moves down between $14.95 and 1460 because you don't actually own the shares. You're selling a put position. So there's no share growth. That's the downside. You get some share growth in the covered call, there's no share growth. You can only get the 4,200. It doesn't get any better than that. The advantage is you have a buffer.
No, but you still have the share growth, right? If the stock were to go up.
Not here, not on the put. If you have 100 shares somewhere else, you have share growth. This put position, there's no share growth.
But if you still, if it's a covered put, you still have the shares there.
No. Okay, you're getting something different. Let me just do, this is a naked put, okay?
Oh, naked put, okay.
It's where you're just doing an option.
Gotcha.
Okay,
naked.
and they're gonna hold $50,000 or $150,000. If it's a naked put, they'll hold 50. If it's a covered put, they're gonna hold, or cash put, right? Cash put, they call it.
Okay.
They're gonna hold 150 because they're gonna have that money there for you to get the stock in the dips. So we're just doing, we're not owning shares at this point, okay? So the value is that you're gonna get $4,200 a month, 2.8% return, times 10. I like to do it. 28% return a year, okay? Now, think about this: your cost of the shares your cost of the position is reduced by $4,200 a month, right? Or your income is $4,200. So what happens is you have the stock is at $14.95. You write the $14.60 naked put for the next month out, April. April you do May you do June. Do it 10 times. And if the stock goes down or up or sideways, nothing's going to happen because you don't have any kind of responsibility. But if it goes 14.60 and below, by the expiration date, you're going to buy these shares at 14.60. That's what it's saying. Okay? And then for that responsibility, they're going to pay you 42 points per share or 4,200 for the 100 shares, which is one contract. One contract. If you want to do 2 contracts, you're going to put up twice that, and you're going to get 8,400. Still the same percent return. Okay, so the value of the naked put is you have a stock that's $14.95. The idea is that you put up naked put, which is only 50K. Okay, and if the stock either maintains, which means it goes across, goes up, or goes down to only 14.60,
You win.
You win. You walk away and only put in 50,000, and you're actually with the 4,200, and 50,000 invested. Your actual return on that is this. Is 8.4% return.
Because you only put up 50,000.
Because it's naked.
It less the fees.
Yeah, but the fees are what? Small.
Yeah. Okay, now I have one other question while you're on that.
Yeah.
So we have the 14, we sold the 1460.
Yeah.
Generally, even if they drop down to, let's say, 1455,
Yeah.
and it's in the money, do you think it would probably still not get exercised because?
No, it won't get exercised until the expiration date.
No, but even that expiration date, do you think even at 1455 they would exercise it, or maybe someone bought it for insurance?
They'll take it. You'll buy the shares at 1460. There's cases where the stock is moving into the strike at the close, and you might not get it. But if it's 5 points below and it closed and it's the last day, you'll buy it at 1460.
They were every time.
Every time. And if it doesn't execute, let's say it's right at the money, 1460, it doesn't execute, then it'll clear up and you'll get the cash back and you can do the position again. But so you're either gonna have the shares or you're not. Now, if you have the shares, you have to come up with the money to buy the shares. In this case, you have 50,000 here, but waiting. Not quite enough, so you have to put more money. So the temptation is that you're going to take 50,000, you're going to make 8% return $4,200 a month, but if it comes down, you gotta come up with the rest of that money. That could be margin call. That could cost you to sell your shares when they're down. You don't want to do that. So you want to have at least, at least half the money there waiting, so you can buy that margin when it comes down. But if you're getting, even if you're getting 2.8% return on a full cash put, which is you have all the money there, that's good. You keep yourself out of trouble, and you'll walk away every month with that. And if you get assigned the shares, you have the money, 150K, right there waiting for you. But if you do a naked put and it comes down to 1460 and it goes lower, you're gonna start losing money. And you need to either put the money up to buy the shares or just close the position. And let's look at the break even. If you're getting 42 points for the 1460, you can tell what the break even is, right?
Yes, subtract 42 from the 1460.
1418.
Yeah.
40 is 20, 18. So your break even is 1418.
Yes.
Which is nice because we're talking about having an advantage over the shareholder. So we don't lose money really until it hits 1418 and lower. Then we start losing money because we already got 42 points.
Yeah.
Right, and then make it pay.
You got paid 42.
It's similar to the cover call. Let me go over the cover call. Is that going to give me a misfactor?
Yep.
Cover call is a little different. It's a little bit easier. Cover call. Covered call. Like you cover yourself with a blanket. So now you have 100 shares, Amazon. 1495. So now it's time to buy it because it went down 50 points on Friday. Okay? And you're gonna sell it month to month. You own 100 shares at 1495. You're gonna write or sell, same thing, cover call. When you go out month to month. Oh, she's here already. What's the door code?
I think she's already inside.
Oh.
Because that sound tells me someone's in the courtyard.
Can we let her in?
Yeah.
Can you put a pause on it?
Yeah, you wanna go grab her?